And joining us now is the Louisville Mayor, Craig Greenberg, and the interim police chief, Jacqueline Gwynn Villaroel. Thank you so much, both, for being here. I can't even imagine what the last 24 hours have been like for both of you. Mayor, can I start with you? And just everyone wants to know how the community is doing. How's everyone doing that you've spoken to?
Our city is heartbroken for the loss of friends and loved ones. We're thankful for the officers that responded bravely and so quickly and addressed this situation in a professional and brave manner. We're thankful to the doctors and nurses of the University of Louisville Hospital who have saved lives and continue to save lives and are working to save the life of Officer Wilt, who you just mentioned, was one of the heroic responders yesterday. But we're also tired. We're tired of acts of violence, of evil acts of gun violence. And so in the hours and days ahead, we're going to come together and support each other and love each other and give each other strength for healing, but also for taking action to continue to do everything possible to reduce the amount of gun violence that's plaguing our city, that's plaguing our country.
And Chief, I know you had just said yesterday, you just sworn in Officer Wilt not that long ago after he graduated from the police academy. I think it was 11 or 12 days ago. What do we know about how he's doing this morning?
Yes, we have some positive news that was provided to us on yesterday evening, that Officer Wilt is still in critical condition, but he's stable, but he's looking better. And so we're hopeful and we'll continue to pray, and we just thank everybody for all of the thoughts that have been sent our way as we deal with this tragedy that took place on yesterday. And for all of the other victims that lost their lives senselessly and those that were injured. So we just really appreciate the community for really just reaching out and pouring out to us as we navigate this uncertain waters.
Absolutely. And we're praying for him too here at CNN. I want you to know that. When it comes to the investigation, yesterday you said you only wanted to use the shooter's name once, Chief. Do we know anything else about how he obtained the gun that was used in yesterday's shooting?
So we're doing, of course, a thorough investigation at this time. And so from our understanding, and again, we'll have a little bit more details later on, but he recently purchased that weapon that was used on yesterday. But again, we'll have some better and more thorough details to provide to the community and to everyone, because you need to know. But we want to make sure that we provide detailed and accurate information as we navigate this tragedy on yesterday.
We know a SWAT team went to his house. Has a search warrant been executed anywhere else that you can speak about this morning?
There was a search warrant and that was taking place on yesterday at his home. That's what I'm able to reveal right now at this time. And so we're hoping that items that were recovered that will reveal why this happened. It shouldn't have happened, but why this happened on yesterday. And so all of that information will be available.
Okay, and we'll wait to hear more from that. I know you want it to be as accurate as possible, so I totally understand that. What about the note? Because we were told that he had left a note basically declaring his intentions with this bank. Do we know who found that, or if they found it before the shooting happened, or anything on that, Chief?
Again, we're still in the preliminary stages of everything, but making sure that we're connecting everything appropriately. We will actually reveal that information, but I want to make sure that I don't misspeak, because the public and the families, they need to make sure that I get it right, and that we as a department make sure that we get it right. And so that accurate information will be forthcoming.
Yeah, and we appreciate that as well. Obviously, we want it to be all accurate information that's out there. Mayor, when we look at this, it wasn't just this shooting at the bank yesterday. There was another one that was only a short distance away from where this bank happened. You yourself are the survivor of a workplace shooting that happened just last year. You have this uniquely American but disturbing experience. What can you say to the other survivors about your own experience with this?
Take time with loved ones, accept the support and love that others are giving you. I actually yesterday, the local CEO of the bank is a friend of mine. I'd heard conflicting reports earlier in the morning about whether he had survived or not. And as I was leaving the hospital yesterday, I turned a corner and ran into him and saw him there alive. And we exchanged hugs, and I let him know that we now share something unfortunate in common, to have both survived a horrible workplace shooting. I encouraged him to see a therapist, to encourage everyone that was involved and survived, even if they were physically unharmed. It is still impactful. And to talk to others, talk to professionals, to focus on yourself, your physical and mental well-being in the days and weeks ahead, to recover and to be able to move on. I think that's important, because these acts of violence impact so many people. Those who are killed, those who are injured, those who were there and survived also are impacted, as well as their families and loved ones. And so we are praying and here to support everyone impacted yesterday by the tragic acts of gun violence, and every day. That's what our community stands for, and that's what we'll continue to do.
And I know Tommy Elliott, he was a friend of yours too. What do you want people to know about him this morning?
Tommy was a great man. He was a great friend. He is the definition of loyalty. He was the definition of friendship. He was a close friend of Governor Beshear's, myself, and so many around the city. And he will be missed, as I know will the other 4 victims who were employees at Old National Bank. I did not know them personally like I knew Tommy, but the stories that I've heard about them, they were wonderful people as well. And whether it was the victims yesterday here, or whether it's the victim just a few blocks west of here that was also killed in a targeted act of gun violence, or that are killed anywhere in Louisville or our country, we must work together to end this plague of gun violence on our country. Enough.
Mayor Greenberg, Police Chief Gwen Villarreal, I know you two, it's been an intense 24 hours. We're really grateful for your time this morning. Chief, we'll look forward to your update on the latest on the investigation later. Thank you very much.